Hello students, welcome to the English class of Basava Residential Girls School. Today we will start a new lesson. Okay, it is a story. The title of the story is The Gift of the Magi. So we'll see here the author. The author's name is, as you can see, it is O. Henry. He is an American writer. So this is his picture. So he has written a very beautiful story. Okay, we will see what it is. First, before that, we will see the glossary, as we always do. First word is bulldozing, arguing forcefully. Okay. Second one is imputation, means suggestion. Parsimony, meanness in spending, or stingy. Okay, like in Indian word we can say conjusi, that is parsimony. Close dealing, stingy bargaining. How we when we go to shop, or if you see your mother or your aunt or somebody, how they bargain, no, like that is called close dealing. Flop down means fall down, just like a lump, just fall down. Sniffles, sniffing repeatedly while crying. If you see, if someone is crying, they'll do like this, right? That is called sniffing. Sniff means to smell. How do you smell? The same thing, while if someone is crying, they'll do it more, right? So that is called sniffles. Beggar description, impossible to describe in words. If something you can't describe in words, you tell, oh, I can't explain it, I can't describe it, it is so bad, then you will say it beggars description. Mendicancy, squad. Mendicant means a beggar. Okay, mendicancy squad means one huge group of beggars. Beggars are very poor people who don't have anything. Vestibule, entrance, passage, hall or lobby of a house or office, where especially in apartments and all, if you go, there will be a lot of other things with boards of all the houses, or even in the office, like it is like the main entrance place. Coax a ring, to succeed in making a ring. Coax means like somewhat like persuading someone, that is called to coax someone. Appertaining thereunto, connected or fixed to it. Appertaining means pertaining to that. This is an old English. Okay, this person lived many years ago, so this is not the current English, current American English. This is the a little older English. So appertaining thereunto means pertaining to that. Now before starting, we will see some currencies of the USA. How we have in India, we have 1 rupee, and that 1 rupee is divided into 100 paises. So now you, in this generation, you haven't used paise as such. You can ask your parents or your grandparents, they would have used paises also. For them 1 rupee was a big deal. So 1 rupee was divided into 100 paises. So you have 1 paise coin also. So if you put 100 paises together, it will become 1 rupee. And that 1 rupee can also be divided into 2 50 paise coins, 50 paisa, and another 50 paisa is 1 rupee. And 1 rupee is also divided into 4 25 paise coins. So we have 25 paise, 4 of them will be equal to 1 rupee. Okay, and also 20 paise. 20 paise, how many should you add up together? 5. And 10 paise also. So 10 paises will become 1 rupee, and 5 paisa also. 5 paisas or paise will become 25 paises will become 1 rupee. Okay, so 1 rupee is divided into so many parts. Same way in America, in the American dollar is also see $1, $1 US is divided into 100 cents. Okay, see here 1 cent is 1/100th of a dollar. So you have nickel here. Okay, nickel is like a 5 paisa. So it is 1/20th of a dollar. It is like 5 paisa, or 5 cents will be 1 nickel, and 10 cents will become 1 dime. Here also quarters, that means 1/4 of a dollar. Like how we have 25 paisa, it is like 25 cents is equal to 1 quarter. We have, and they also have half dollar. So by now you will know half dollar is like half of a dollar, which is 50 cents. Like how we have our 50 paisa. Okay, so the same coins we can see here, it is written also 5 cents. Okay, quarter, dollars again, and this is 1 cent. 1 cent is all, it will have this copper color. Okay, and another big quarter dollar, and this is the $1. It can also be in the form of a coin. So these are all the currencies of the United States of America. There are other bigger denominations, like now we have $5, $10, $100 and all that, but this is the basic one, just like our Indian rupee. Now we'll get on with the story. $1.87, that was all, and 60 cents of it was in penny. Penny also means, I forgot to mention, penny, 1 penny means 1 cent. Okay, if it is in that one coin, like 1 paisa, that is called penny. Okay, she is having only $1.87. Just imagine, like she's having 1 rupee and 87 paisa. So out of that 87 paisa, 60 paisa is only one paisa coin. That means like she would have bargained here, there. She's having lot of paisas. Okay, it is like that. So 60 cents are only in paisa. So pennies saved 1 and 2 at a time by bulldozing the grocer and the vegetable man and the butcher, until one's cheeks burned with the silent imputation of parsimony that such close dealing implied. So this full line, this full big sentence shows how she collected all that money. So what does it imply? Is she rich or poor? She is very poor, isn't it? First of all, she is having only loose coins of or pennies, and the author is describing how she got it. Bulldozing means just bargaining, and almost like how some people bargain, right? They're very harsh bargainers. Like that, she would bargain and collect that 1 paisa, 1 cent, 2 cent from the grocer. Grocer means our grocery store man who sells the basic supplies, vegetable man, and butcher. Butcher is a man who sells meat. Okay. So vegetable man, she keeps bargaining from everybody, and she's so stingy. Why she's stingy? Not by choice, but because she doesn't have money, so she has to be very stingy. 3 times Della counted it. So this $1.87, she's just counting it again and again. So 3 times she has counted. Now will the money change? Will it become more because you counted it? No, it's still the same. It's still $1.87. And what is the main reason she is sad? Because the next day would be Christmas. So for Christmas, it is a big festival, right? It is the biggest important festival for Christians. She doesn't have money. Okay. There was clearly nothing to do but flop down on the shabby little couch and howl. Howl means cry very loudly. Okay, like who will howl usually? Dogs, wolves will howl. That sound, ooh, kind of sound. So now she counted again and again. Now she decided, okay, there is nothing to do, so she wanted to flop down. I mean, just fall. How do people who are very, very sad, how do they cry? They just run. They just fall on the bed and start sobbing, right? Sobbing means to cry. So she had nothing else to do. Now she felt like crying. So she went on the couch. Couch is nothing but sofa. So she just fell on the couch and she started crying. So Della did. So that is the only thing left. So that is what she did, which instigates the moral reflection that life is made up of sobs, sniffles, and smiles. So which instigates, that means author is talking to us, telling, so this, all her actions, which prompts me to tell that there are each person's life is made up of three things. Which are they? Sobs. Sob means crying very very softly inside, just that much, or sniffles, like more crying, and smiles, with sniffles predominating. So of all these three, sniffles only predominates, that means that is more, smiles are less. While the mistress of the home is gradually subsiding from the first stage to the second, take a look at the home. See how beautifully he writes the story, isn't it? He is, with his words, he is describing everything and he is taking us along with it. So what is he telling? So sobs, sniffles and smiles, it is like a stage. Okay. So while the mistress of the home, this lady whom we are talking about, mistress of the home means she is the lady, she is the like the main person of the home. She is gradually subsiding from first stage to second. So first she is sobs, that means it is more crying, the crying is starting now. Then now she is going to the second stage. While she is still crying, so what will happen? Cry more, less, from less it starts to more, then it will become turned into a smile. So while she is in the second stage, come let's take a look at the house. See, she is crying, she is lying on the sofa or the couch and she is crying. Look at all the coins here. Can you see the coins? So she is looking at those coins and crying. So let's look what happens, why she is crying, and we look at the house. A furnished flat at $8 per week. So this is the rent of the house. So what is the rent? $8 per week. It did not exactly beggar description. Beggar description means it doesn't, as we saw in the glossary, that means it doesn't require any description. It is so bad. That means it is very very simple, but it certainly had that word on the lookout for the mendicancy squad. That means it is like, it is fit for those very poor people. In the vestibule below was a letter box into which no letter would go. And then see, this is the letter box, I'll show you. See, this is the letter box, okay, into which no letter would go, and an electric button from which no mortal finger could coax a ring. And also appertaining thereunto was a card bearing the name Mr. James Dillingham Young. So that is the name of the man of the house, or the owner, the main person of the house, or the head of the family. So it's not still prevalent in India, but there in an apartment, on the ground floor or the vestibule or the entrance, they will have something like this, which is an electric button. So imagine here Mr. J. Smith is in room house number 1, means if you press 1 here, they can answer, this will ring a button in the house of that Mr. Smith, so they can answer. That means if there is a guest in the house. If I want to go to Mr. Smith's house, I will go there, stand down. I just can't enter the house directly and knock on the door. Here they have to press a button, and they can press a button there which will open the door. Okay, it was much more advanced. So here they are telling nobody would come and press the bell. What does it mean? That means they would never have any visitors. Okay, and there is also a letter box to which nobody would write a letter. That means they had nobody, no friends, maybe family members have just ignored them, or maybe family members are also busy, they also don't have money, maybe, we don't know. Okay, so this is the condition of their house. House is very small, rent is only $8, rent is $8 per week. We'll see what happens. So the Dillinghams had been flung to the breeze during a former period of prosperity when its possessor was being paid $30 per week. So had been flung to breeze, it is an idiom. Here it can mean two things. See, the Dillingham, it can also mean the word the name plate on the letterbox. Okay, it can also mean that name, the family name Dillingham Young, so it had been flung to the breeze means maybe it flew away because of the wind, or the idiom which means that they had spent very lavishly when they were earning high. So James was earning $30 per week. So maybe they spent lavishly. They didn't save anything. But now what has happened? The income has shrunk. Shrunk means it has become very less to $20. So $10 they are falling short. They were thinking seriously of contracting to a modest and unassuming D. That means here from Dillingham they want to come to D. That means they are, doesn't mean only the literal meaning, but they are reducing everything, even in their respect, okay, in their prosperity wise also, and in their name, like family name, okay, that is also reducing because of no income. But whenever Mr. James Dillingham Young came home and reached his flat above, he was called Jim and greatly hugged by Mrs. James Dillingham Young, already introduced to you as Della, which is all very good. So these are the two main hero and heroine of our story. So what is the name of the hero? Jim. What is his full name? James Dillingham Young. What is the name of the mistress or the head of the lady of the house? Mrs. James Dillingham Young, or her first name is Della. So we will refer to both of them as Jim and Della. Okay, so we can see it, we have come to the end of part 1. We will see what happens to this lady who has no money and now she is crying. We'll see what she'll do. Okay, we'll see all this in the next part.